Andrew, you know, this week we've been talking a lot about oil prices, which fell back on Tuesday again, slipping $1.21 in New York. Earlier this week, prices had been rallying on fears that the oil-producing cartel OPEC would decide to cut supplies at its next meeting in Algeria next week. Right now, a barrel of sweet light crude will set you back $42.75 in electronic trade. That's up 68 cents from the closing price on Tuesday. Well, oil prices have, of course, dropped by more than $100 a barrel in recent months, but fuel costs are still a drain on many people's finances. CNN's Alfonso Van Marsh looks now at how some British neighbours are finding strength in numbers to fuel up.
The price of the fuel oil Simon Thomas delivers to homes in tiny Chedworth, England, is up about 65% over this time last year. And even though oil prices have been dropping recently, they haven't dropped fast enough for many in this village of about 600 people.
Because of the sort of monopoly situation of some companies in the country, they haven't passed on the discounts when they should have done.
So Lunt and his neighbours banded together to start what they call an oil club, one of a growing number of oil collectives formed to negotiate lower prices for members. The first rule of Oil Club: talk about the oil club, because in villages like this, the more members who buy in bulk, the more leverage they have with their oil supplier.
So this is like almost your busiest time.
Yeah, I've already done 11 drops in the village this morning already.
Bulk buying allows Simon's company to sell the fuel at a price 2 to 3% lower than its competitors, proving once again that there is strength in numbers.
This village we're sat in now, there's at least 80, if not 90% of the villages on the buying group.
Paul Lunt and Ted Broughton co-founded the Chedworth Village Oil Club.
Knows what it looks like.
151 members strong, the club offers suppliers a choice: give members a cut rate or lose an entire village worth of business.
Some of the larger companies just didn't think it was worthwhile. Since they have actually come back and begged to quote.
Club member David Musgrave says he now saves upwards of $400 a year on fuel costs.
Well, there was an element of loyalty that I had with my former supplier. I thought he may be giving me a good service, but at the end of the day I realised that the service wasn't so good, and neither was the price.
And with the credit crunch, inflation and the winter cold forcing many Britons to clamp down on expenses, oil clubs are increasingly popular. And Simon Thomas's employer, Sweet Fuels, benefits too. Because Thomas services the entire club on one pre-scheduled day, he doesn't have to make many trips per week with smaller orders. Alfonso Van Marsh, CNN, Chedworth, England.